Good afternoon. This is John, and today I'm just cleaning up the W124, the 1992. I don't know. I waxed it. I think last summer I did a big clay bar and polishing and wax, and it's still holding up pretty good. But today I just finished washing it. I got the tires all nice and clean and shiny, and all the black parts, especially the bumpers, they kind of fade. Not horribly, but I like everything to be clean. So what I use, I thought I'd show you. Also today I'm going to tint one of the windows, the passenger side. I had to peel off the tint that was on there because it just started getting really weird and wavy. When you look through it, it distorted everything, especially at night. So I bought some tint off Amazon, cheap, $16. I think it was 10 feet of it. I needed to do a window upstairs when the sun comes up in the master bedroom, and since they trimmed a bunch of trees next door, the sun just blasts right there where your head is on the pillow, which is just like intense. So I tinted that already, and I figured I'd buy enough tint to do that and to do this window. We had this thing tinted probably, 8 years ago. A guy came and tinted it right here in the garage. He had a business down here. I'm in Southern California, in the city of Temecula, and he came in here and did it. And then about 5 years later, the back windshield started to bubble. And so I called him up, and he moved to Arizona and had a lifetime warranty. I forget what kind of tint it is. I got it written down somewhere. And he said, no, it's guaranteed for life. So I'll do the drive, and I'll do it. And he did. I mean, it's from Arizona. It's probably, I don't know, 5-hour drive, maybe 5-6 hours. He came and did it, and it's starting to bubble again, and the passenger window got kind of nasty. So this time I'm just doing it on the cheap, $16. It's my son's car. It's in my name. Maybe one day I'll inherit it from him when he gets a Toyota or a Honda. If he ever gets a job this far away, he's going to need just a newer car. This thing's 30 years old now. It's still his daily driver for 10 years. So they keep going. It's just, get something a little more modern, safer for the, highway, freeway, crazy drivers out there. Everybody's doing 90 miles an hour, trying to, if you're doing 75, you're going too slow. So I figured I just, if he wants to spend the money and take it to a professional place, where I took the Lincoln, I think it was $350, and it's when you look for a tint place, you look for one that's been in business for a long time, and they're going to be there, because a lot of these pop-up places, they, it's guaranteed, and then they, something happens to the tint, and then they're no longer at that shop. It's closed. They've moved to some other state. You just don't know. So anyways, okay, so this is the stuff that I use to wash and kind of detail, just real lightly. You don't have to spend a ton of money on all these products. I mean, my God, So I got this off Amazon. It was like $15-16. It's McGuire's Gold Class Car Wash Shampoo Conditioner. What I like about this is, after you wax the car and you wash it with this, it doesn't take the wax off, because you use just like Dawn dish soap and stuff like I used to for years and years. I always wondered, does that strip the wax off? Yeah, it did. So this stuff doesn't do that, and this stuff is super concentrated. I mean, this is gonna last me 10 years. And then you just pour about maybe about this much in the bottom of it. It's like the consistency of honey. And then you put some water in there, you know. This is just an old bottle that, you know, that I saved. And that lasts a while. And then I got this for about $40. It's the Aerospace Protected 303. It's a really good company. And this stuff, it's kind of like Armor All, but it's not greasy. It has UV protection, so I put that on all the plastic parts. I put it on the dashboard, all the plastic parts on the interior. On the exterior, like these, like the bumpers, the tires. You can even spray a little bit on the plastic parts on your engine, and it'll, you know, keep your engine looking pretty good for, you know, 30 years old. You kidding me? Yeah, you can do all of this stuff here, you know. I should put some on this mirror. This stuff here really gets bad. I just put some on the tires, you know, just with a rag. But anyways, the tint. So this is the window in question here. I just washed it, washed the inside. And what I use, when I took the Lincoln, the tint on that came out just, I mean, it is fantastic. Not one bubble or anything. And I asked the guys, I said, I already washed the inside of the window. Oh, we'll wash it too. I go, I use just a wash rag with a little bit of Dawn on it and some water. And they go, that's exactly what we use, you know. And the reason I figured this out is, you know, after years and years of having cars and trying to, you know, keep the inside of the windows clean, and you clean it with Windex, and then you look at it when the sun's going down, you go, God, it's all greasy looking and stuff, and that stuff just doesn't work. What happens is there's off-gassing on all these plastics in pretty much every car. Old cars with steel dashboards, they didn't do that. You clean the windows and they stayed clean, but this off-gasses, and what off-gassing is, it's just part of the whatever they make the plastic escapes, and it's kind of a greasy film, and it'll get on the inside of the window. And the only way to really get rid of it, I mean, there's a million products out there, but God, keep it simple, you know. And just a little bit of Dawn dishwashing liquid on just one of these, you know, little wash rags or whatever my wife had. And just do that, and then just a clean one with water on it, and then just a cotton towel, and it's sparkling. And that's the way they prepare their stuff to get ready to put tint on it, right? Because they don't want the windows dirty. And so at least I'm glad I was doing that right. So yeah, I'm just going to measure this. I made the window go down all the way, and I cleaned the rubber channel all along right there, because if there's little rocks or sand in there, when the window goes up and down, it'll scratch. I mean, real expensive tint won't scratch, you know, but you're paying a lot. This is cheap stuff, right? And it'll eventually get scratched, but for right now, it'll be okay. I want it to, the sun gets brutal here during the summer, and it protects the interior. All my cars are tinted. It'll protect the leather and stuff. I mean, it can get 170 degrees in here without tint, you know. I mean, it's crazy hot. It's crazy hot here in Temecula. It's close to Palm Springs, so you can imagine. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and just cut a piece of tape or cut a piece of tint. Yeah, I'll put a link to all the products that I used today down below. Okay, so this is what I use. This is what I got. 35%, 20 inch by 20 feet. Oh, okay, 20 feet. Good. 20 inch. I hope it's yeah, that'll work. Good. And so I have this, and then I have just this water with a little bit of Dawn in here that you spray the window down after you get the film ready to stick on. You spray it with some of the soapy water, and that helps. And then you spray as you're taking the liner off of the tint, you spray that so it doesn't come back and stick on itself, or it'll be ruined. And it helps when you have the tint on there to slide it around if you have to move it a little bit, and you just keep spraying. And just regular water that you also spray. You want to keep the thing really saturated when you're doing it and get it positioned just right. Then you start squeegeeing it out. I just have an old squeegee. I have this squeegee that came from another tint kit I bought. Works pretty good. Razor knife for cutting it. Scissors. If you ever want to get really good scissors, these are electrician scissors. They're by Ideal. And these are the best scissors I've ever owned in my life. I mean, they cut through anything. They're made for cutting cable or electrical stuff. And then just tape, because with the tint, it's you have one layer that's a tint, one layer that's the liner. And then when you're ready to do it, you put a piece of tape on one side of the liner and then on one side of the tint, and then with two hands you peel it back like that, and then you can open the whole thing and be ready to stick it on. So all right, so it's about 30 inches, the window. I don't care about the height right now, and I'm just gonna do it maybe about 31 inches. All right, so I got my soapy water, I got my Scotch tape, I'm gonna go ahead and open the door so it's open when I go there. Here's the tricky part. Scotch tape. Start at this edge here. Put on one side, one on the other. And then you try to peel that liner. See, there's the liner, now it's coming off. Hold that tape in there. This stuff curls and sticks on itself, it's growing. So immediately I start with the soapy water. Get rid of this. Stop. Keep this soapy so it doesn't stick to itself if it curls around. I'm gonna go quickly put it over there where the crazy windstorm starts happening. Oh. Bring it down a little bit. Far from the best job, that's for sure, but at least now it's tinted. It's 35%. It's not bad. It's a couple little bubbles here and there. You gotta keep an eye on those. Won't be able to get them all out. It's, you know, a shop. It's got all the right stuff. But at least this will protect the interior. And if he decides he wants to get a professional job, he can. But in this day and age, you know, well, not bad. Well, it's done. It's not perfect, but you know, for the price I paid, it'll work for now. At least it'll work for summer. Yeah, the tint's not perfect on this car anyways. Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, this back window, you can see there's bubbles coming out of it. The guy came all the way from Arizona to do this a couple years ago. Bubbles. Yeah, the only thing about these Mercedes, the hardest part is where there's this this stuff right here. You can get a lot of bubbles around here if you don't do it right. Anyways, for today, I'm done. It's one thing I can check off my list. Anyways, so what's up next on this car? I know last week, it's April, what is it, like April 11th or something like that, 2022. Last week, it was like in the hundreds for about 3 or 4 days. And he complained that the car seemed really hot. I don't know. I might work on the temperature thing on it some more, but we'll see. Anyways, have a good day, boy. Beautiful day here. About 70 degrees, springtime. You guys have fun?